Introducing the MSI MEG Z590 Ace motherboard, which is a gorgeous black decorated with gentle gold. MEG Z590 Ace provides incredible gaming experience and distinctive appearance. And this motherboard has a CPU max support of Intel Core i9 with LGA 1200, and it has an Intel Z590 chipset, and for the DDR4 memory overclocking and compatibility, which are 5600 OC, 5333 OC, 5000 OC, 4800 OC, 4600 OC, 4533 OC, 4400 OC, 4300 OC, 4266 OC, 4200 OC, 4133 OC, 4000 OC, 3866 OC, 3733 OC, 3600 OC, 3466 OC, 3400 OC, 3333 OC, 3300 OC, 3200 OC, 3000 OC, and 2933 JEDEC, 2666 JEDEC, 2400 JEDEC, 2133 JEDEC. Megahertz, and this motherboard has a 4 DIMM slots with dual memory channel, and it has a 128 of max memory GB, and it has a 3 M2 slots and 6 SATA 3. And this motherboard has a stable cornerstone of your system, which are 8-layer PCB design, PCIe steel armor, ISL digital PWM, 16 phases with 90 SPS, 2 ounces thickened copper, and smart button. The 8-layer PCB design, which is a multiple printed circuit boards designs, optimize the efficient of power delivers, makes your system run stable and cool. The PCIe steel armor, which is a protecting VGA cards against bending and EMI for better performance, stability and strength. The ISL digital PWM, 16 phases with 90 SPS, which is the highest quality components with ISL digital power, 90 smart power stage and titanium choke 3, make your system run smoothly under the most extreme conditions. The 2 ounces thickened copper, which is a PCB, provides a higher performance and long-lasting system stability without any components. The smart button, which is a one button with multiple hardware control, reset computer, safe boot, turbo fan and easy LED control functions with just one click. And this motherboard has a outstanding cooling solution, which are aluminum cover with 7 WMK thermal pad, M2 shield frozzer, aluminum backplate, and heat pipe design. The aluminum cover with 7 WMK thermal pad, which is a fully aluminum I/O cover and extended heatsink design, provide the maximum surface of heat dissipation. The M2 shield frozzer, which is an onboard M2 thermal solution, keep M2 SSDs safe while preventing throttling, making them run cooler and faster. The aluminum backplate, which is the heavy and aluminum backplate, cools down your MOSFET with dedicated thermal pad. The heat pipe design, which is a connecting 2 MOS heatsinks to enlarge the surface of heat dissipation. And this motherboard has an unlimited connectivity, which are dual Thunderbolt 4 ports, latest Wi-Fi 6 solution, 2.5G LAN, and quadruple M2 connectors. The dual Thunderbolt 4 ports, which brings Thunderbolt to USB-C, at true 40 GB per second speeds, 8K display support, daisy chaining and multi-port accessory architecture. The latest Wi-Fi 6 solution, which is the latest wireless solutions, support 6 GHz spectrum, new MIMO and BSS color technology, delivering speeds up to 2400 megabits per second. The 2.5G LAN, which is onboard 2.5G LAN with LAN Manager, deliver the best online experience without lag. The quadruple M2 connectors, which is onboard quadruple M2 connectors for the maximum storage performance, with one Lightning Gen 4 solution. And this motherboard has a premium hardware design, which is with years of experience. The MSI is no stranger to building a high-performance motherboards. The R&D and engineering teams have reviewed countless designs, evaluated a wide selection of high-quality components, and developed products for reliability even under extreme conditions. And this motherboard has a cooling features, which are thermal overview, total thermal solution, fully control, Frost Ray eye cooling, and system cooling. The total thermal solution, which is a thermal solution for more cores and higher performance, which means as with more cores processors, thermal and power design is more important to make sure the temperature keeps lower. MSI extended PWM heatsink, an enhanced circuit design ensures even high-end CPU to run in full speed with MSI motherboards. And it has a M2 shield Frozr, which is a world's fastest SSDs can start to lower performance when getting hot. Part of the motherboard's heatsink design, M2 Shield Frozr is the next generation M2 thermal solution to avoid this, by offering the best thermal protection to make sure that SSD maintains maximum performance. And it has aluminum backplate, which is the heavy, and aluminum backplate not only strengthens the motherboard, protects components, prevents PCB bending, but also cools down your MOSFET with dedicated thermal pad, makes your VRM temperature low, and ensures even high-end CPU to run in full speed. The fully fan control, which is a fully controllable in BIOS and software which is the MSI motherboards let you manage speeds and temperatures for all your system and CPU fans. Total fan control allows you check your primary system characteristics in a simplified graphical interface. You can also set up to 4 temperature targets for CPU and motherboard, which will adjust the fan speeds automatically. And it has a auto-detect DC or PWM mode with hysteresis, which is the MSI fan headers automatically detect fans running in DC or PWM mode for optimal tuning of fan speeds and silence. Hysteresis also makes your fan spin up fluently to make sure your system stays silent, no matter what. The Frozr AI cooling, which is detecting CPU and GPU temperatures and automatically adjusting fan duty of system fans to a proper value by adopting MSI AI engine, which is it has a performance mode, silent mode and manual mode. The system cooling, which is a DIY 2.0 integrating with the system environment, which means is connect and synchronize with MSI coolers in cases with strategically positioned pin header locations including a dedicated pump fan header. And it has optimized for water cooling, which is a design to support the most popular all-in-one and customized water cooling solutions on the market. A dedicated water pump pin header supports up to 3 amp, giving you full control of the water pump speed. A clearly marked keep-out zone allows for easy and safe installation and a perfect fit. And this motherboard has a power solution, which are structure, core boost, game boost, and more for performance. The structure, which is a 16+2+1 phases with 90A smart power stage, which means is to unleash and sustain maximum performance with an aggressive VRM design built with a total of 16+2+1 digital power phases. Combining dual power connectors and exclusive mirrored power arrangement, MEG series motherboard is ready for the challenge of high-end processors. The Core Boost, which is the Core Boost technology combines MSI's premium layout and digital power design, which allows for faster and undistorted current delivery to the CPU at pinpoint precision. This creates the perfect conditions for multi-core CPU while doing the Game Boost, which is 1 second overclocking, which means is the MSI Game Boost enables 1 second overclocking, giving you the performance boost you need to get more FPS. The more for performance, which are load-link calibration, overvoltage protection, digital power design, double power connectors, and supplemental PCIe power connectors. The load line calibration, which is what you set, is what you get. LLC makes sure your CPU voltage remains 100% stable under any load. This greatly improves stability when demanding more CPU performance. The overvoltage protection, which is to prevent potential short-circuit damage to the CPU and other critical components. The digital power design, which is a fully digital power design, allows for faster and undistorted current delivery to the CPU at pinpoint precision, creating the perfect conditions for CPU overclocking. The double power connectors, which is 2 8-pin connectors, deliver adequate power even for an overclocked multi-core CPU, The supplemental PCIe power connector, which is the extra 6-pin PCIe power connector, provides dedicated power for PCIe slots, augmenting the power provided by the 24-pin and the graphics card directly. And this motherboard has a DIY-friendly, which are pre-installed I/O, system saver, keep out zone, and enhancements. The pre-installed I/O, which is a pre-installed I/O shield, which is a featuring the pre-installed I/O shield, makes your installation process easier and safer. The patent-pending design protect your I/O ports and also prevent electrostatic discharge damage, makes your motherboard a strong gaming foundation. The system saver, which is a boot up guaranteed, which means is having trouble with updating the BIOS or somehow corrupted it. Don't worry, with System Saver, use one of 3 easy-to-use options to successfully boot your system again, which are Clear CMOS, Flash BIOS button, and Dual BIOS. The Clear CMOS, which is to restore the BIOS to the default settings, helpful in 99% of the cases to successfully boot again. The Flash BIOS button, which is to flash the BIOS with only a connected power supply by following a few steps. CPU and memory not required. The Dual BIOS, which is 2 physical BIOS chips, allow a fallback to Plan B. The Keep Out Zone, which is the MSI motherboard circuitry, ensure the case standoff keep out zones are pure and clean, preventing any component contact or damage to the motherboard. The enhancements, which is a more user-friendly enhancements, which are XL Clip, Smart Button, Debug LED, and Easy Debug LED. The XL Clip, which is the enlarged PCIe clip, helps you swap or remove your devices easier. Keep the PCIe slot stronger and safer. The Smart Button, which is the one button with multiple hardware control. Reset computer, safe boot, turbo fan, and easy LED control functions with just one click. The Debug LED, which is displays the error code for troubleshooting. Also functions as temperature monitor. The Easy Debug LED, which is if you run into trouble. Onboard LEDs for key components will indicate the source of the problem, so you know exactly where to look to get up and running again. And this motherboard has a protection, which are 8 layers PCB, 2 ounces thickened copper, steel armor, EESD protection, and certification. The 8 layers PCB, which is a more reliable circuit transmission, which is 8 PCB layers, allows for higher bandwidth and faster transfer speeds. This is also beneficial for reliable circuit transmission. The 2 ounces thickened copper, which is a PCB with 2 ounces thickened copper, which means is an enhanced PCB design with 2 ounces thickened copper, increases conductivity, improving heat dissipation and performance reliability, especially during overclocking. The steel armor, which is to fortify your system with PCIe steel armor, which is the MSI PCI Express steel armor, slots are secured to the motherboard with extra solder points and support the weight of heavy graphics cards. When every advantage in games counts, steel armor shields the point of contact from electromagnetic interference, which is to shield your memory signal with steel armor, which means is the steel armor protects the most vulnerable point of memory transmission by shielding it from electromagnetic interference, EMI, and reinforcing the DIMM slots from twisting and bending. The EESD protection, which is ultimate motherboard protection, which is the EESD protection, doubles up the grounding layer around the mounting holes, preventing static discharge surges from damaging the motherboard. The certification, which is a super stable gaming with the highest quality components, which means is the MSI uses high quality components rated for reliable operation even under extreme conditions, which are titanium choke 390A smart power stage and solid cap. The titanium choke 3, which is a TI choke 3, has 30% improved power delivery efficiency compared to its predecessor, allowing for improved overclocking stability. The 90 a smart power stage, which is a next-gen 3-in-1 MOSFET package capable of delivering more power at precise timings with fewer components. The solid cap, which is a Japanese-made solid caps, are built for high reliability motherboards with their aluminum core design. These capacitors have low equivalent series resistance or ESR and are rated to work for more than 10 years. And this motherboard has enhanced performance, which is a high-performance MSI motherboards are loaded with advanced features and the latest technology to overwhelm any challenge at hand, no matter whether you're a gamer, prosumer, or PC enthusiast. And this motherboard has a Lightning Gen 4, which are Gen 4 PCIe and M2 overview, Optane, and M2 Genie. The Gen 4 PCIe and M2 which are utilizing 11th Gen Intel processors, MSI Z590 motherboards feature latest Lightning Gen 4 M2, which is the fastest onboard storage solution on the market with up to 64 GB per second transfer speed. The overview, which is a fast and future-ready storage, which is the MSI motherboard support all the latest storage standards, which allows users to connect any ultra-fast storage device. Higher efficiency makes your work easier. The Optane, which is Optane, boost your HDD to perform like an SSD, which means as a PC enthusiasts can now enjoy the performance of an SSD on their HDD by coupling it with a new Intel Optane memory device. Intel Optane technology provides an unparalleled combination of high throughput, low latency, high quality of service, and high endurance. The M2 Genie, which is easy RAID setup with M2 Genie, which is looking to go all out in terms of raw data speed and put multiple SSDs in RAID 0. Setting this up can prove to be quite the challenge. That's why they created M2 Genie, a brilliant feature to make setting up RAID 0 for M2 and U2 much easier and less time consuming. And this motherboard has a memory features, which are enhancement, DDR4 boost, memory force, and XMP. The enhancement, which is a huge step of DDR performance, which is the MSI OC Lab does not merely work hard on extreme overclocking. The XMP memory profile has great improvement on performance and efficiency for Z590. Easy to enable XMP profile with auto power settings to get the best memory speed and stability. The DDR4 boost, which is extreme stability and compatibility testing, which is the MSI conducts thorough memory testing with the most popular memory brands under extreme conditions to ensure your system runs stable no matter what. The memory partners include brands like Corsair, Crucial, Kingston, G.Skill and many more to optimize memory modules, configurations and even improve overclocking. The memory force, which is a memory force easy tuning your DDR4 memory, which means is the MSI MEG series motherboards feature exclusive memory force function, which shows the current state of DDR4 memory. This patent-pending feature simplifies the complicated training flow to an easy graphic that helps you determine the direction of overclocking without the redundant reboot and testing process. Which means is the longer bar means you have more room for memory overclocking. When you are doing the right thing, that pushes the memory performance, the bar will shorten, so you can easily know the tuning direction of overclocking with just one look. The XMP, which is easy overclocking with XMP profile, which means is the XMP or extreme memory profiles in MSI BIOS are tested and certified by MSI OC Lab. It is easy to enable with auto power settings to get the best memory speed and stability. And this motherboard has a BIOS and software features, which are MSI Center, Click BIOS 5, and Sound Tune. The MSI Center, which is MSI brand new MSI Center unifies a suite of MSI software utilities into a single centralized application. Take control of advanced motherboards features and unleash endless possibilities. Which are Mystic Light, True Color, User Scenario, Hardware Monitor, OC Setting, Total Fan Control, LAN Manager, and Duet Display. The Mystic Light, which is create your own colorful masterpiece with ease. Splash any color you want with just a few clicks. The True Color, which is to optimize monitor's brightness and color in several modes for different situation, you can also customize by yourself. The User Scenario, which is one click for setting your computer, even customize own profile as your preference. The Hardware Monitor, which is to get immediate access to your critical hardware information in real time. The OC setting, which is Tune Select Motherboard Settings in the OC setting menu, where options to boost core performance and optimize system cooling are presented in an intuitive interface. The Total Fan Control, which is assume complete control of your fans with total fan control. Set up to 4 CPU temperature targets and the motherboard will adjust fan speeds automatically. The LAN Manager, which is elevate latency sensitive for dedicated online games and restrict the bandwidth to non-essential programs for uninterrupted online gaming. The Duet Display, which is play the game like never before with a touch OS on iOS device and screen capture on second display. Turn the extended display into a gaming dashboard and show the key information from your main display. The Click BIOS 5, which is to get more from a loaded BIOS designed for ease of use. Fine-tune the motherboard for gaming performance, efficiency, or overclocking world records, which is it has Game Boost, XMP, M-Flash, hardware monitor, memory triad, and search and favorites. The Game Boost, which is a quickly overclock your CPU with a single button for more performance. The XMP, which is to choose from a preset XMP profile and automatically overclock compatible DDR memory. The M-Flash, which is a conveniently flash or upgrade the BIOS in a few minutes from the CMOS setup utility. The Hardware Monitor, which is to get immediate access to your critical hardware information in real time including temperature, memory capacity, clock speed, and voltage. The Memory Triad, which is to get extreme speed out of your system memory and get more performance. The Search and Favorites, which is a permanent search and favorite option in the top right corner, moves you through the BIOS menus quickly. The Sound Tune, which is a sound clearly and tune smartly, which means is the AI-powered noise cancellation is trained through Deep Neural Network or DNN. The model is generated with more than 500 million data, simulate the way human brain works. When a sound is heard, the model automatically recognizes and separate vocal sound from background noises, hence, filtering out all the unwanted noise. And this motherboard has a connectivity, which is the MSI motherboards are built with a variety of connectors to satisfy a gamers, which are enhanced audio, advanced LAN networking capabilities, USB and Mystic Light, turn any gaming experience into an immersive one. And this motherboard has a networking features, which are Intel 2.5G LAN, Wi-Fi 6E, and LAN Manager. The Intel 2.5G LAN, which is a high bandwidth and low latency network, which is a 2.5 Gbps LAN, provides incredible data transfer speed faster than general gigabit LAN. This is a premium solution for demanding users. The Wi-Fi 6E, which is a surfacing with the Realm MIMO technology, which is the latest Wi-Fi 6E solution, supports 6 GHz spectrum, Bluetooth 5.2, two-way MIMO and BSS color technology, provide up to 4x network capacity and efficiency in the high signal density environment, delivering speeds up to 2400 megabits per second. And it has a next-gen Intel Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth, which is connect to a high-speed wireless network, powered by an Intel Wi-Fi Bluetooth solution with dedicated high-quality Wi-Fi antenna, delivering AX speeds up to 2.4 Gbps. The LAN Manager, which is optimize online gaming traffic for lower latency, which means is the MSI LAN Manager automatically classifies and prioritizes the latency-sensitive applications for online games, giving you the best online gaming experience with low latency. Which is it has automatically prioritizes games above other applications, allows you to change applications traffic priority, and allows you to customize bandwidth for each application. And this motherboard has a USB features, which are Thunderbolt 4 and front USB Type-C. The Thunderbolt 4, which is a dual Thunderbolt 4 ports, which means is experience Thunderbolt 4 with unprecedented interface bandwidth speeds up to true 40 Gbps and support for up to 6 daisy-chained devices. Additionally, maximum 8K display support, multi-port accessory architecture and USB 4.0 compliant provide reliable connectivity and better user experience. The front USB Type-C, which is the MSI gaming motherboard support USB front Type-C, that allows gamers to connect with the latest USB devices. Built up a system with MSI PC case to have the most convenient experience. And this motherboard has audio features, which are Audio Boost 5 HD, NVMe, isolated audio signal, and DPOP protection. The Audio Boost 5 HD, which are high-definition LC4082 audio processor, ESS audio DAC, high-quality audio capacitors, golden audio jacks with SPDIF, and dedicated headphone amplifier. The high-definition LC4082 audio processor, which is from HDA to USB interface, twice the DAC format from 32-bit 192 kHz to 32-bit 384 kHz, delivered the highest sound quality. The ESS audio DAC, which recreates the optimal natural analog sound with ultra-low distortion to ensure a perfect, realistic display of sound. The high-quality audio capacitors, which is a high-fidelity sound experience with exceptional acoustics and realism for studio-level headphones is ensured. The golden audio jacks with SPDIF, which is to keep your sound perfect by transmit your audio with pure digital signal. The dedicated headphone amplifier, which is a dedicated headphone amplifier can drive audiophile headphones with up to 600 impedance. The NVMe, which is all-new NVMe 3 for next-level audio immersion, which is get ready to be amazed by the all-new NVMe 3 and live the gaming immersion like never before. With simple and intuitive new UI, the NVMe 3 not only further enhances in-game 3D surround sound, but also offers even more finite control over your music, movies, and conference calls. The isolated audio signal, which are isolated audio design and separated audio layers for clean left and right channels. The isolated audio design, which is like a dedicated sound card, audio components and circuits have been laid on a reserved motherboard section and electrically isolated. The separated audio layers for clean left and right channels, which is using separated layers in the PCB ensures equally pristine sound quality for both left and right audio channels. The DPOP protection, which is audio boost protects your ears by eliminating those annoying loud popping sounds when you unplug devices or turn your PC on/off. And this motherboard has a Mystic Light features, which are Mystic Light and Mystic Light headers. The Mystic Light, which is a true color Mystic Light on motherboard, which is a splash on some color and vibrant RGB lighting effects using MSI Mystic Light with 16.8 million colors and 29 liters ED effects. The Mystic Light headers, which is a Mystic Light extension, which is if still not satisfied with the decoration on the ecosystem. The Mystic Light extension will help you to have more attractive way to decorate your gaming rig by the LED strips and still under control by the Mystic Light application. And it has a J Corsair, which is the J Corsair pin header provides the max 3A, 5 volts, power supply for the Corsair LED strips. So that's it for the MSI MEG Z590 Ace motherboard.
Thank you so much for watching. This is AMPo Tech and I'll see you in the next video.